What does that win yesterday rate in terms of wins this season? It seemed like it was a pretty hard fought and one that you had the intensity up for most of the four quarters.
Yeah, it was. It was a very tough game in the wet against Adelaide, who are a strong side. So yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough day, and it was the team that just kept plugging away that was going to prevail, and fortunately it was us in the end.
Was that, do you think, closer to the four-quarter effort you guys have been looking for the past sort of month?
Yeah, we feel that we've probably only delivered a four-quarter effort once up at the Gold Coast, and then probably yesterday as well. So we're very thrilled to come away knowing that we played 4 strong quarters of football.
Do you know how Ryan Crowley felt about being dragged right the way back?
Into defence? Yeah, he had a bit of a chat to me after the game and said he knows what I feel like most weeks when he's alone in the dungeon. But yeah, that was the game plan going in. That we knew that that Patrick Dangerfield would take him there at some point, and we were happy with Ryan to go with him.
In terms of your time at the club, is this, do you think, the best guys have been playing?
I think in terms of the consistency of effort, it's been really strong. I've really enjoyed, as I said in the media yesterday, playing under Ross Lyon and all the I guess the philosophies and methods that he brings to the club. So yeah, from that point of view, I think the club is in a really good position to keep playing good football.
Do you have to simplify things on a day that's so wet in terms of the game plan and the way that you move the ball forward? Yeah,
you do to an extent. I mean, we still wanted to play football and play the way we play, and structurally we set up pretty similar to the way we do in the dry. But there's some fundamentals and basics. Try and keep your feet in the wet, and use flat hands in marking contests, and etc.
You were still able to set up the structure as well. I think you had 17 to 8 intercept marks. Is that a key stat for you guys this year in terms of the way you set up that defensive structure?
Yeah, we do. We try and get our sort of our halfbacks such as Michael Johnson, Paul Duffield, Garrick Ibbotson, etc. to sort of play that sweeping halfback role and rely on the pressure up the field to be really strong, and then hopefully we'll get a few intercept marks with some kicks coming out.
What now, Luke? You got a couple of weeks, and what was the main message from Ross after the game? What to focus on for the next few weeks? Yeah,
he really didn't look any further than this week. He said just relax, get out of here, enjoy yourself for a week. And I think in this business it's a very tough industry that we're in, and emotionally, physically, mentally, we're all pretty exhausted from the first half of the year, and so we'll do our utmost to not think about football at all really this week, and then we'll hook back in on Monday, the following Monday.
You weren't too happy about being subbed off the other week, but
was that obvious? Was it?
Yeah. And now with the bye, is there a plan that you guys got in place to sort of manage your body going towards the end of the year, make sure something like last year doesn't happen again?
Yeah. I mean that's in the back of particularly the fitness coaches' minds. So. Yeah, I mean, any sort of senior player in their 30s, you sort of have to manage them a bit better. And although I was a little bit disappointed last week, I understand the bigger picture, and that players need to be managed in what is a really long season, and I'm probably a little bit more vulnerable given my age, etc. And with a bit of soft tissue the last couple of years. So yeah, I understand that'll be the case going forward.
Do you think it may happen again?
Oh, no doubt, yeah. Yeah, it might happen again at some stage. I think I missed, it was round 22 last year where I tore a hamstring and missed the final series, so I'm sure Ross is very acutely aware of that, and will probably rest me or take me off at some point later in the season.
You'd be okay with that?
Yeah, no, I understand. Bigger picture.
What are you personally planning to do with the break?
Yeah, my wife and I are taking our kids down south, so we've got Monday and Tuesday in at work, and then we'll have a few days off later in the week, so that's what we're planning to do.
And last question from me, how long did it feel like that score review took in the last quarter?
Yeah, it did take a while. Yeah, it was surprising. I didn't realise that they were discussing it for so long before they actually made the decision to look at our review. So yeah, it did take a long time.
Did you see it hit the post at all?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I was as the sort of kick went through, I wasn't really paying too much attention to whether it skipped the post, but yeah, there were a couple of our players on the line that were adamant that it did.
How have you liked being the captain the past few weeks? Yeah,
I've really enjoyed it. It's been it's always a challenging role to step into the captaincy, but I've had I've worked with Pav for a long time and seen how he's gone about it, and and we've got some, great other leaders at our club in David Mundy and Chris Main and Hayden Ballantyne, Matt DeBoer. So, we've got a good, strong leadership group and have the confidence that anyone can step in that role at any time.
And you made some comments yesterday about the culture being the strongest you've seen at the club. Is that just, if you had sort of this sort of weight of injury the past few years, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I think, probably in years gone by, if we were missing Sandilands and Pavlich, Fremantle would be walkovers. So from just on reflection on that sort of point, to see that regardless of who is in the side, we're a competitive unit, and that's really pleasing.